I'm Mamta and I welcome you to my channel. With this episode, I bring to you yet another episode on the intricacies of astrology. Today, I share what it means for a planet to be retrograde. A planet moving backwards in the sky, from our point of view, is a retrograde planet. In Vedic astrology, it is called a Vakri Graha or Graha ka Vakri ho jana. Graha means planet and Vakri means retrograde. The planet does not actually start moving backwards, but it seems it is due to the illusion that is created by our point of view of the planet being very close to Earth, that this appears so to us. Things to keep in mind here are 1. The shadow periods, when a planet is slowing down to stand still or station, either in its backwards journey or when it stations to move forwards, that is to go direct. The second thing is the planet that is retrograding is going to be at its closest to Earth, so more powerful in the energies it is emitting. Number 3, stationing or standing still before it changes movement, when the energies are felt the strongest. And number 4 is its actual backwards movement. So life does not stop if the planet is retrograde, either in transit or in a natal chart. It is feared a lot, but you know what? People have achieved great things during retrograde times, and that is something that should always be remembered. So if your life feels blocked or stuck in some way, then it is not the retrograde planet's fault. It is your responsibility to express its energy in the best way and in its positive polarity. A retrograde planet will show where there is an old pattern of behavior that you are unconscious of, that you are not aware of, and which you may need to see in a different light. Retrograde planets may suggest more introspective internal feelings of the planets, feelings that you do not easily express. So you cannot easily express the energy of the planet or of the sign ruled by the retrograde planet. So giving you an example, if you have Jupiter retrograde in your chart, you may have difficulty not only expressing Jupiter in the sign it is placed in, but also the sign it rules, that is Sagittarius and Pisces, and potentially in its aspects as well. Planets are often retrograde in transits for a long period of time. Planets such as Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and look at Mercury. Oh my God, it is retrograde like what, 4 times a year? This means that a lot of people are born with 1 or more retrograde planets. I rarely come across natal charts of people with no retrograde planets. A retrograde planet will show our own level of understanding that could stem from past conditioning or just habitual reactions, and those should be changed. If a person has a problem with a natal house that is ruled by a retrograde planet, it may be because the sign of the planet needs to be expressed in a different and more constructive way. This is where Akashic Records actually comes pretty handy, because going into the records of someone, we can easily find out what it is that they are stuck with. Those with more retrograde planets usually need to learn how to express the energy of the sign of retrograde planets in a healthier and more beneficial way. Retrograde planets may be interpreted as a chance to look back into our behavior and see if it is aligned with our emotional state or not. They must actually be considered as an invitation to go back in time and find out what needs to be changed. So to revisit, reflect, redo, and revise. With a retrograde planet, the energy is internalized. It goes inside, so it goes really deep. So for example, if your Mars is retrograde, your desires would run very deep, but they may be unexpressed. Mars also rules self-assertion. So you may need to learn how to assert yourself a lot more. Depending on which planets are retrograde in your chart, the qualities that those planets rule would turn inwards, and you would need to work with those and develop them so that you can then express them outwards. With many retrograde planets, you would be a very deep and thoughtful and perhaps a very quiet person, and more likely to be an introvert than an extrovert. So using retrograde planets in transit and natal chart in predictive astrology, that can point to events occurring, but we have to take into consideration the relationships or aspects a retrograde planet is making within that particular chart to personal as well as planets in transit. The Sun and Moon never go retrograde, and the nodes, the North and the South node, that is Rahu and Ketu, they always move in a retrograde motion. In having said this, all of this, there is never any need to fear a retrograde planet, but look on it as an opportunity for your soul's growth and evolution. I hope you have liked this episode on retrograde planets and the information I shared, and will apply it to your soul maps, which means your birth charts or natal charts, whatever you wish to call it. If you enjoy the content I present, then please do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to be notified of updates. If you need a personal consultation for yourself from me, you can email me or reach out to me via my social media handles. Links are posted below in the description box. I thank you for being here with me, and I'm very grateful for the time that you took to spend with me. Till the next time now, bye.